Welcome back to Between the Benches and Round Stars, Beauties and Rock Stars, episode 40. And whoa, do I have a whammy for you, Beauties and Rock Stars. We went out and got a women's pro hockey player, and not just any hockey player. I'm talking about she is in China. Exactly. Let's get her on the episode. Welcome to the podcast, Emily.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
You're very welcome. Now, Emily, I know who you are, but some of the listeners might be new to women's hockey, not know who we're talking about. So, my favorite movie, my idol, my hero, Forrest Gump has a famous saying, well, now we're not strangers. So, why don't you introduce yourself and we'll dive right into things?
Okay, awesome. I'm Emily Rickwood. I grew up in Brantford, Ontario. I've been playing hockey my whole life. I started out playing for my hometown, and then as I got older, I ended up being able to represent the U18 Team Canada team. And then I went on to college at the University of New Hampshire, where I played Division One there for 5 years, and then played my first pro season in Sweden 2 years ago. Last year was in China, and then this year back in China again.
Wow, you have your hands full, and it is awesome because you're
Oh yeah.
living it.
Yes, yes, I am living the life, I can say.
So let's get back to your minor hockey career. Were you like playing with the boys, or did you just stay with the girls and dominate?
Yeah, I started playing AAA with the boys all the way up until body checking, and then it was a big discussion with my family about whether I should stay or go to girls hockey, and then we came to the conclusion to make the switch and played girls ever since.
Now, when you made that switch, were you like, oh my God, I'm gonna dominate?
I honestly wasn't sure what to expect. Like I hadn't really seen any type of girls hockey, but it definitely was a change for me. Like even just something as simple as like passing the puck, like instead of like putting it in front of them, you have to change like the pace of the game, everything. But I like when I went to girls, I did play like a few years up, so it was more like I would say comparable to the guys that I was playing with who were my age.
Nice. Well, that makes it easier for you. So you're playing girls hockey. How did you get scouted for the NCAA?
So I actually like when I was playing hockey, I didn't even realize that was really a possibility for me. But I started out, my dad was actually my coach. So once I got to like 13, 14, we started going into like showcase tournaments. And that's where like all the scouts would come. And you like for girls, you start so young. So I was at like 14 talking to schools. And then yeah, just from those tournaments and showcase tournaments in like Boston, Stony Creek, all these different like high profile areas. And then yeah, from there I committed at like 15, I'm pretty sure.
And who else was interested? How come you picked that school?
There was most of the schools were in like the Boston area, like mostly Hockey East. There was a few Canadian schools too, but I knew I kind of wanted to go the American school route. But for me, UNH, they had an Olympic size ice, which was huge for me because I really like to skate the puck. So that their rink was beautiful, like facilities were incredible. So I think that was the biggest thing. And then just like the campus, it was a medium-sized school. I didn't want anything too big or too small, and like talking with the coaching staff, like everything they were saying kind of like lined up with how I played and everything. So it just seemed like a great fit. And after going and visiting, I was like, yep, that's a school.
So we have mom and dad dropping little wee Emily off in New
Yeah.
Hampshire on campus.
Yeah.
Where did they drop us off? Drop you off? Were you in the hockey dorm? Did you have an apartment? And tell us your first day on campus.
Okay, yeah. So when they dropped me off, we actually made the drive all the way down. So we drove like the 11 hours down. They dropped me off at my dorm, and thankfully, we actually had the only dorm on campus with air conditioning. It was like the athletes' dorm. So we were very, very grateful for that. So that was awesome getting there, getting all set up, meeting like the other freshmen there. But I will say, I remember sometimes the memories will still come up when I'm scrolling through my phone. We were walking through campus with our little maps trying to find all of the buildings, and we were like, oh, we look like such freshmen right now, just trying to find like where our classes would be, like the all the main areas. So that was funny.
Now, did you make besties with a girl right away?
Yeah, so I was very, very fortunate. My roommate my freshman year became like my best friend immediately. We were inseparable. Our coach would always be like, if she only saw one of us, she'd be like, where's Lindsay? Like, you guys are usually attached by the hip. So it worked out well because our dorm room was very, very small.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be with a nerd.
No, no, we were like, ooh, this couldn't have worked out better. Thank goodness.
Like, think of it. You're in your dorm room and the girls are having a girls' night and you're doing your hair, and then you have a roommate that's playing with their Pokemon cards. You don't
Yeah.
want that.
No, exactly. And I had never lived with anybody before. And I was like I like my space. I like things a certain way. So I was very, very nervous. But we had like, we enjoyed going out. We enjoyed like doing all that kind of stuff. We'd go shopping together. So thankfully we had the same interest. And she was also on the hockey team too. So like that for sure helped. But
Are you still friends with Lindsay now?
yeah, yeah, she's actually the one who I started all my social media with during COVID. She was the one that we started making videos and it kind of like took off us two and we made videos all the way up until my senior year. Then she transferred. So then I
On
was like, okay,
TikTok?
we gotta keep it going. Yeah,
Were you TikToking?
yes, we were TikToking.
Wow, I'll have to check
I
out your
know.
TikTok after.
Yeah.
So well, that's really cool because like you could come home from practice and be like, Lindsay, I really got the hard eyes for Johnny on floor number 3. What did you think of him? And she's not gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh, Emily, the boys are
No.
gross. You're not gonna, she's gonna be
Yeah.
like, yeah, did you notice his jeans he was wearing today?
Yeah. Exactly. She was like my number one supporter. She would help me in any decision. Our brains literally became one and we made no decision alone.
Love it. That is the kind of
Yeah,
friend you need to have when you're going
exactly.
away from home for the very first time.
Yes, exactly. And the other great thing was she was actually from New Hampshire. So she was only like 40 minutes from the school. So like her family still to this day are some of my favorite people. They would have me over for holidays. They would make me a bunch of meals, like do my laundry if I needed, like anything I needed, they were right there. So that was awesome too.
So at the end of the day, you're pretty much like with a billet family, you just get your own
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, like during exams, I would just go stay at their house and their parents would like her parents would make me all my meals. Like they let me drive their car because I didn't have a car freshman year. Like they were the best.
Wow, that's awesome. Shout
Yeah.
out to Lindsay's family.
Yeah. Shout out to Lindsay's family for sure.
I love that. That's so cool, Emily.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how did your first season go? Did you get to play or were you on practice squad?
Yeah, I was very fortunate. That was kind of another reason why I chose UNH because I knew like they told me you're going to come in and be an impact player. So like I was grateful my freshman year. I was able to come right in, be on power play, PK like a little bit here and there, but mostly power play. And yeah, I was like in the rotation of like 4 to 60. So that was awesome.
So, like, you're the shit around campus, eh, there, Emily?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Like, are you signing autographs, leaving tickets for people?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like to think so. I tell myself that.
I like it. I always bring a Sharpie on me because you never know when a
Yeah,
fan comes and says hello.
exactly. Exactly.
Love that. So you're on the point. Do you have like a killer slap shot? Are you a stay-at-home D? Are you a little like to rub the shoulders in the corners? What kind of defenseman are you?
No, so I'm like an offensive D, I would say. I'm more of like a playmaker. Like I'd be the top of the power play, that kind of person, dishing out the passes. If I need to take a slap shot, I can, but I'm for sure like I like to set people up.
So you're the Kale McCarr on the point.
Yeah, we'll compare myself to that. Gail McCarr.
Well, he could compare himself to you because you you
Yeah.
you you you've been the NCAA star on campus, so he could look up to you.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I actually got to watch him play, so maybe he got to watch us play.
I like it. So, like, are you guys tight with the football players, the other hockey boys hockey team? Like, who do you roll with on campus?
So we were close with the men's hockey team for sure. We when we got there, we had to do an international students week where they kind of like just went over a bunch of stuff, like getting around all that. And there was a bunch of like Canadian guys who were there too. So right off the bat, it was just like the two freshman classes that were mostly international students, and we hung out with them almost every single day. And like still throughout my 5 years, I was really good friends with some of them. And then as we got like older, I would say, and more like new people around the school, we definitely started to branch out to like the football team and everything. And they're all just so much fun. So really we would just hang out with them any chance we could.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So, your 4 years there, did you fall in love with anybody? Did you have a boyfriend?
I did not. I had a boyfriend from another school. He played hockey at RPI at the time, but just like he was also a hockey player. So with the two schedules, it's just kind of crazy. So ever since then, I've just been like, it's a lot to be with another athlete, but I can't picture myself with somebody that isn't an athlete. So it's kind of between a rock and a hard place.
Or if you ever want to step up your game, podcast hosts, they're a hot topic now.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Well, that's really cool. And it would be cool that you would have him because you'd be able to have your phone conversations and your text messages like, man, I'm in a slump right now. Like, I'm
Yeah,
trying this. And he'd be like, Emily, change your stick. You're taping it wrong. Or
yes,
something like that. It's
yeah,
good to have and and he would get you. Like if you came back after a loss,
yes.
he would know you're pissed off and why you're pissed off.
Yes, exactly. I think that's a huge thing. Like just being with somebody who even just understands the schedule. Like I'm not going to be able to talk all day every day. I'm not going to be able to like hang out every single day because I'm also training and doing stuff and like playing games on weekends. So like it's just great to have somebody. And like you said too, after a game, you can rant and be like, "Oh my gosh, like frustrated with so and so or whatever." And they're like, "Oh, I get it. Yeah, maybe try this," or just like advice in that sense.
And like it's not like I'm not here to bash anything, but I had a girlfriend that wasn't into sports, and I'm like, you know what?
Mhm.
Maybe I'll try something different. She'll let me do my podcast and not harass me or ask dumb questions.
Yeah.
It's not for me, man. It's
No,
not for
no,
me. I need a girl to understand
yeah,
if I'm in public that there may be a random girl come by and ask for a
yes,
photo, or
yes,
or a random fan might like one of my photos and maybe send an aggressive comment. That's not on me,
yes,
okay?
exactly, exactly.
I
We
can't
can't control that.
I can't control that. If
Yeah,
anything, the girlfriend should be proud and be like, "Wow,
yeah,
my man just attracted that very hot model and he liked her photo
yeah,
back. What a gentleman."
yeah, yeah. I know, I know.
I
It's
like
just
it,
jealousy.
Emily.
It's jealousy.
Jealousy. As
Yeah,
athletes, we gotta stick together. It's the only way it really works because other people don't
yeah,
really get us.
I agree. Couldn't agree more.
So you're doing that, you're in New Hampshire, living it up, and you're coming into your final season. Did you have a breakout year, or were you like, oh no, I only have 3 more games left and I have to hang up my skates?
I always knew I wanted to continue playing hockey. And when I first started, like there wasn't really a league. So I was like, oh no, this might be it. But by that point, there was the PHF. So I was like, okay, my goal is to play after. So I was like, I need to have a good year. I was also at the time doing my master's, which was a full-time internship in a school. So I was actually only practicing twice a week. I was missing 2 days of practice, missing yeah, I was missing a lot. There was a lot going on. I still had class, so trying to balance it all was definitely tough, but I knew like hockey, that's what I wanted to do after, so I really tried to focus on that. And then yeah, thankfully I ended up signing in the PHF before it got shut down, but I really tried that last year to just get my name out there.
I love that. Now, your masters, so you're not just athlete, you got the brains too. What did you masters in?
So I did a master's of education, so eventually I want to be a health and phys ed teacher because I'm like, who wouldn't want to play sports all day?
Yep, that's a very good
Yeah,
decision on your part.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
I like that. So
Thank you.
you said you end up going to Sweden. Now, did you pick
Yes.
Sweden because of the blonde girls with the blonde hair, blue eye girls, or what was your number one reason? Or is it because it's the home of the Zin?
Yeah. Ooh. See, never considered that, but that's a good contender. But once I was signed in the PHF and then it got shut down, it was like middle of or like beginning of July. So all the teams were full, but like the Swedish league, the SDHL is like the second best league after the North American League. So I was like, okay, I definitely want to get there because initially my goal was to get back to North America. So I was like, I need to go there for a year. My agent was like, "Oh, you can wait and like maybe go to a camp and see." And I was like, "No, because the camps I think the first year were in like January." And I was like, "I don't want to risk like losing a whole season. And if I don't make it, then what?" So I was like, "No, I'm going to Sweden." It was so last minute. There was like one team that like found a way to make a spot for me. And I knew like obviously Sweden was a great country and everyone was like, "You'll fit in with the blonde hair." So I'm like, perfect. And then, yeah, it just kind of happened. It happened so quick. Within like a week, I was signed after the PHF had shut down. So I was like, okay, I guess we're going to Sweden.
It was because you loved the IKEA
Yeah.
meatballs. That
Yeah.
was the reason.
Subconsciously that was there.
So you get to Sweden. What town are you in?
I was in Stockholm, so that was
Wow.
awesome.
So like
Yeah.
you're in the heart of it.
Yes. Yeah. It was so nice. It was like 5 minutes to get like right downtown by the metro.
Oh, what like tell us about it. What was your first season
Yeah.
like there?
At first, it was definitely a big change because, like I said before, I went from my 5th year where I was doing my master's and playing hockey and like just on the go constantly to playing pro where it's just hockey. There's no school, there's nothing else. So I had a lot of downtime. So that was like hard for me to adjust to. But then once I did, like I was going to Stockholm all the time, like going out to shopping, like just seeing how beautiful Stockholm is. And then once I was like there for a few months, I actually was able to travel like all around Europe. I got to see, I think, like 7 or 8 countries just in the time that like I was in season because it's so cheap to get around there. Like I think the most expensive flight was like $300 round trip. So I'm like, I can't not travel while I'm here. And yeah,
I,
so I just kind of took advantage of my time there.
I love it. And you really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yes, I loved it. It was awesome. I loved being in Europe. It's such a different lifestyle, but like I enjoyed it. It's a slower pace of life.
Like their fashion is on another level compared to us.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
big fashion guy. Okay, I
Yeah.
like to look like the Beebs.
Yeah. No, I like you go around in North America, you go out to the grocery store, you throw on like sweatpants and a hoodie, but you go out in Sweden, nobody's wearing sweatpants or hoodies. They're all dressed up, like hair, makeup, always done, always like jeans. Even to practice, the girls on our team, I'm like, is that not like, how is that comfortable? But I don't know. It's just the way they operate over there, but they all look good all the time. So I'm like, I guess it works.
I've got a friend that lives in Paris, okay? So
Oh,
I asked her, I said, Mia, what are your thoughts and every other person in Paris with us North Americans going crazy about these Lulus or Lumas or whatever they're called? The
oh
little
yeah.
the little
Yeah.
stuffed animal you attach to your $1,000 purse, okay? The most
Yeah.
ridiculous trend in the world, all right?
Yeah.
And she said low key, we are absolutely laughing at you guys.
Oh, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. They
Yeah.
like they can spot, they were telling when we would travel around, they're like, oh, we can spot a North American just like walking around the city from like a mile away, just by the way you guys walk. And like you're always trying to run around and walk fast and like your fashion and everything. And I was like, oh, that's a little embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how come you didn't go back to Sweden or did you stay there for 2 years?
So I was only there for 1 year, and for me, it was hard because in Sweden you can't go home for Christmas. Like you get no breaks. You're there August 1st to March 31st. And that was hard, like being away from home, especially over Christmas because my brother also plays hockey. So he was only home for like 7 or 8 days over Christmas. So that was really the only time I got to see him too. So I was like, it's just, I don't know. It was a great year of hockey, and I like if I would have been able to have a break somewhere, I probably would have went back. But I was like, at this point now, like I also realized I enjoyed being in Europe and traveling around and everything. So I was like, my goal isn't necessarily to come back to North America now. So I was just more so okay with going somewhere where I was able to have some breaks in the season.
That's sick. That's so
Mhm.
mint. Um,
Mhm.
do you see yourself playing another couple of years like down in China, or would your goal be to get into the PHL here?
Yeah, I think like in the back of my mind, I'm like, that would be ideal to get to that league. That's obviously the best league in the world. It would be so cool. But then I'm also like, at this point in my life now too, I'm like, I did 5 hard years of college. So I'm like, now I'm enjoying like doing social media and traveling around and playing in different countries. So I think like I love it here in China. I would definitely consider doing like another year or so here, but I think my end goal is to end up in Europe and finish off there.
I like it. I like it. Now, I know we're just getting to know each other, our first time talking face to face, but Emily,
Mhm.
when your career's over, I feel you would be a really good coach.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Like
You read my mind.
that lady that's doing it for Seattle. I don't know what's her
Mhm.
name.
Yeah, Courtney Kessel. Is that
You could be her. You got the
yeah.
blonde hair, so you're gonna be good on camera. You got good fashion, so you're gonna be looking nice behind the bench, and you're disciplined, okay? You won't let
Yeah.
those guys go and dog it on a shift.
Oh,
You'll
yes.
go
Oh,
and you'll
Seattle.
shout
Okay,
in
yes.
their ear.
Yes, yes. I was thinking in the PWHL, but yes, the coach for Seattle. Yeah, I would love to do that. I think like, especially with my background being like health and phys ed teaching, like I coached and taught all throughout my 4 years of college, and I like do skills sessions at home with the younger girls and like coach them. So I feel like I for sure, whether it's college or higher, for sure want to get into that.
Okay, Emily, we got to take a second time out because it's ad read, the sponsor of this podcast. All right, beauties
Okay.
and rock stars, are you building a house? Are you scared when you leave the house that the wife is going to get kidnapped by burglars? So you want to install the best home security system? Or do you have that 16-year-old daughter that when you're scared you're going to fall asleep, she's going to be leaving the house to go and see that boy she's talking to that's 20 years old? Do I have the company for you, beauties and rock stars? They're called AVAS Automation. Okay. They're no fourth liner when it comes to home stereo system, audio. They do it all. Whether it's the security system, the audio, the updates to the house, you want the cool LED stuff in your man cave, they've got you covered with no fourth line business. Number one in the books. So if you're looking for that person to fix your house and you want professionals, contact AVAS Automation, the number one home audio solutions when it comes to building. They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Awesome. Yeah.
So you're chilling. Where were you when you got the phone call? Emily, you're going to China.
I was in my house. I was talking with my family because it was a very, very big discussion because the year before everyone was signed in July, and I think this was end of July, and I was still like, okay, what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? And I was talking with my agent, and he was like, look, like you could go to China. And I was like, ooh, like I never thought of that. I thought after I went to Sweden, I couldn't get any further away from home. But then after like talking with him and talking with the coaches, I was like, okay, I'm doing it. And then I was like talking with my family, and they're like, if you want to go for it, just go for it. So I signed the contract, sent it back, and I left like 2 weeks later.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you get Duolingo and start learning Chinese or like
Yes. Yeah, I did. I tried, but like those apps, I just feel like they don't like the stuff that we actually use in our everyday, like it's like coffee, tea, like those kind of things it teaches you. But honestly, I picked it up quicker just coming here, listening to the girls like speaking than like actually using the apps on my phone.
so like how do you say hello in or hello good morning or something? Like give us a sentence in Chinese.
Okay. Ni hao, zhao shang hao. That's hello, good morning. I just know like very basic and like more so hockey terms because like our coach is Chinese, so she speaks in like Mandarin for our practices. So we know like colors or positions or like numbers, like we're doing like a 2-on-1. So that
So
kind of
like
stuff is more just like
talk like your coach right now. We're sitting around the huddle. What are
oh,
you saying to us?
she'll be like E to R, that's like 2-on-1, or like Howe is defense, Tiempo is forward. So like we can just pick up that, like not full sentences, but we'll be like, okay, she's talking to the forwards, or like, okay, this is a 3-on-3 or stuff like that.
I love that. Now,
Yeah.
where else are the other teammates from?
So the whole team is Chinese, and then we have 5 imports. And last year they were all Canadian. This year, 4 Canadians, 1 American.
So that you've got some girls on the team then.
Yeah, yeah. So we all like I live with 2 other Canadians, and they actually are returners too. So we all played together last year. So that was really nice. It was like a sense of comfort coming back too.
And the Chinese girls, are they cool?
Oh, they're awesome. We were just playing cards before this. They just like last year I think they were shy because a lot of them like don't speak English very well. So they like kept their distance from us. But now like they'll just come into our room and hang out with us, and we're like, hey guys, and they're so funny.
And the good dressers?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So are you like a dumpling connoisseur? Like do you go to all different places and get dumplings? Or are you more a ragu kind of girl?
I'm honestly, I hate to say it, but I'm a very picky eater. So I haven't tried much of the food here. Like I'll do like hot pot and stuff if everybody's going out, but I already don't eat red meat at home. So I'm the person that when I'm here, I'm like, oh, if there's a North American food restaurant, I'm going there. But my roommate tries everything. She tries like chicken heart, chicken feet, chicken head, like live,
Ew,
yeah,
gross.
live bugs. Like she'll eat anything, duck neck, yeah. So I'm like, you need to start your own like TikTok channel of all this, you trying all this stuff because people would love to see that.
Can you tell your roommate to follow me? Because I want to interview her and just ask
Yeah.
her about the food she's eaten.
Yeah, you should because she like has videos and stuff too. The things she's tried, she eats everything. I'm like, ooh,
And where is she from?
she's from Calgary.
Wow, the cowbell.
Yeah. Yeah, she played in the PWHL actually before here, so she was with Toronto before.
I interviewed her ex-teammate Emma Maltese.
Oh yeah, I played with Emma Malte too in Oakville.
Me and Emma, we're tight. She's cool.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
dating, I think he's in the MLB actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I still follow her on Instagram, so I see it. I think his name's Archer, I think.
Yeah, she was the one that fell in love when she was playing Division 1 hockey. So good for you, Emma.
Yes. Yeah, good. Love that for her.
Hey, she scored herself an MLB player. That's a nice contract to
Yeah.
have because she's a big
Yeah.
time fashion girl. So you have
Oh
his
yeah.
bank account, you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, she's so awesome. I love her.
Absolutely. So, who's in your league? Like, who do you guys play? Do you fly to games or is it on bus always?
So we have a weird schedule. We will fly to our games, but we don't play a typical hockey season like 2 games a weekend. We play in stations. So there's 6 teams or 7 teams, and we all fly to one area. So like we'll all fly to Beijing and we'll play 6 games in 7 days. So we'll play each team once, and then we come back to our like home base, and then we'll train for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll fly out to another station like somewhere else like Harbin and then do that. So yeah, it's a different schedule, but it's really nice. Like we get the weekends off, like we can travel around China. So I like the setup. I mean, who doesn't want to play 6 games in a row?
And it's like you get a bunch of tournaments.
Yeah, it is. It's just like a big tournament, and we'll be on the road sometimes for like a month, and we all get to stay in a hotel, like do all of that. So it's so much fun.
Can you start putting on your stories when you're staying in a hotel to show us the life of a Chinese pro player?
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to document on my TikTok and Instagram, but I need to do more because so many people are like, "What's it like? What's it like?" And I'm like, "Ugh, I just need to record myself more."
So I know you watch my stories. Why don't you take me as
Mm,
inspiration?
I know I should. I should. You do a good job. I feel like
Because
I'm in
every
a day in
single
the
day
life with you.
every day I'm having a new adventure and I like to bring my Rouse saucers along.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, that's what I need to do because I do feel like I'm right there with you in your day. So I need to copy that.
Like Emily, I would really like to know what you're eating. That would be interesting
I
to us.
know. That's true. You're so right. You're so right. You're
I would
inspiring me.
you send me 5 to 7 photos of your game fits for your game or your practice fit, and I'll
Yeah.
use the app that I got for Women Crush Wednesday, and
Oh yeah.
I'll make you cool reels.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Well, yeah, that is super sick. So, have you
Hmm.
found a person that started this COVID stuff yet?
No, I have not. We always stay in our little bubble here. We just keep to ourselves and we are like, yep, live right across from the hospital if we need it. So we just stay with our little North American group for the most part and our team.
What about the disco? Like, do girls ever get to go for some cold ones?
Yeah, actually, we're trying to get like some of the girls are pretty young, so they just like to stay here and take their weekends off. But like the older girls will try and get together and like now that they are more comfortable speaking English, we'll go out to like little places around here and they love it. They are having so much fun now that they're actually going out and doing stuff and it bonds us together so much more. So I'm grateful that they're finally doing that.
And they're really big on the karaoke there, eh?
Yes. Oh, I have a few videos of karaoke nights.
I love
Not
that.
the best. Not the
That's
best.
awesome.
Yeah.
And what about have you met any cool guys there, or do you just stick with the girls?
We mostly just stick with the girls because we actually like when we go out, we don't go out for long. And we did actually have though a men's team living here with us, like the KRS men's team. And so we got to meet a few of those guys, like other hockey players, and they had some Russian imports. So it was nice to kind of talk with them and see their experience too, how they were liking it here. So
Sick, sick. What
yeah.
kind of stick and skates do you use?
Bauer Flylight.
To stick with the Bauer. That's good. You're
Yes.
representing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love them.
I love that. So, well, that's so interesting. Have you been to the Great Wall of China?
I have. I was able to go last year. It was unreal.
Oh, so you weren't there this year. I rented a billboard for 2 weeks there to announce the
Oh,
podcast
really?
comeback.
Oh my gosh. Wait,
Well,
I was there in I think Mar or no, it was last year. I lied. But yeah, we got to like scooter down the Great Wall of China in these like little sled things. It was so cool.
my artist on Chat GPT is so good. Like it actually looked like
Yeah.
I did have a billboard there.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Like I'm getting people asking, Ral, how much did it cost? And I'm just like, oh, a couple thousand.
Yeah, no worries. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
biggie. Yeah.
Chat GPT is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Unbelievable. Like it does
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. It's
Well,
crazy.
and walk us through experience for the people that have never been. What is the Great Wall even like?
It is massive. I had no idea what to expect, but apparently it would take like almost a year to walk the whole thing. Like I had no idea. And
No.
it yeah, it's very steep and it's actually not that tall. Like I would say like it's probably 7 or 8 feet maybe.
No way.
Maybe I'm not. Yeah, so like it's not that tall, but it's just like a lot of like up and down, up and down, up and down. So we like took a cable car up and then we got to the Great Wall. We walked like probably 45 minutes and then we took these little like sleds down the Great Wall. It was so cool, but it was so busy. It's always so busy.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
have you ever you wouldn't I forget what I was gonna say. But anyways, the Great Wall of China is definitely one of the things. Oh yes, I remember. Have you been
Okay.
to those temples that they do those cool Chinese dances with those dragons?
Not we have been to a bunch of temples, but I haven't seen that yet. I would
Gotta
like to
find
see
it.
it though. Yeah.
Or have you been to a dragon boat race?
No, actually, I haven't. Maybe that's something I gotta check off the list too.
A dragon boat race in China.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. No, we haven't even thought of that really. I think like in our brains, we're just going to like the biggest tourist areas, like the Great Wall, like the main Beijing, those kind of places. But
And do they have good foot spas there?
yes, they
I can
have like insane foot or like just full body massages even. It's so cheap. Like we went last week as soon as we got back. It's like $70 for 2 hours of like a lymphatic drainage, like full body massage. It's crazy.
Do you got a nice bath at your facility?
No, actually, we don't. We just have it's a lot of traditional Chinese medicine that our trainers use on us.
Like so like you guys are like on Russian gas Chinese version?
Yeah, like we get like the smoke on us. We get like acupuncture. It's all that like kind of yeah. Yeah.
That is so cool.
I know. I know. I
Now,
was not used to it.
when are you there until when do you get to come home?
So this year we don't get to come home till December 27th.
That's not bad.
Um No, but last year we were home like beginning of December, but we do get like over a month off for our like Christmas break, so can't complain.
So, so you get to come back, see the fam, have a late Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Hopefully
in
watch
month,
my brother play.
where's your brother play?
He's at North Dakota this year.
No way.
Yeah.
So like he's trying out for Team Canada?
Yeah, he this is his last year. He was at Clarkson before. He just transferred, so he's a senior, but his next goal is to make the Spangler Cup because I guess they're sending like an all-star college team this year. So he's gonna try and do that if
The
possible. But
Spangler Cup is so mint.
yeah, Yeah.
And like Doug Gilmore's a coach for them. Well, he was a coach for them before. So
Yeah.
they tell me that when you go to the Spangler Cup, it's just a party.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
they have a complete blast.
Oh,
And like
wow.
one time it was in the Swiss Alps and they just went
Yeah.
all out, like just having just a great
Oh
time.
my gosh. Honestly, yeah, that sounds awesome.
I'm trying to find something. That's who I sent it to. I'm trying to find something to show you that you will probably laugh. Well,
Okay.
that's really cool that your brother's doing that, and you think he's got it what it takes to go pro?
I think so. He's been in some talks with some like NHL teams, and I think that's why he made the transfer over to just kind of put himself in that like top league and see how he can do. But yeah, fingers crossed.
Okay, for your eyes only. Can you see this photo?
It's kind oh, well, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's
there.
funny.
Okay.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
so
That's hilarious.
that's an actual photo. We didn't do Photoshop. That was on a bachelor party. We snagged the photo.
Oh my gosh.
And our buddy went away for the winter time. So when he
Uh-huh.
got home from the airport, we wore those shirts for him.
That's awesome. That is so
So
funny.
so you already told me you're coming back on December 27th. I made a mental
Yeah.
note, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a funny shirt on when you enter.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll look for it.
And the sign will say, "Welcome home from prison, Emily."
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll keep my eye out.
That's awesome. Well,
Oh,
that's super sick. You keep kicking ass. Have a great season. This has been a
yes,
great
thank you.
interview. The listeners are gonna
Yes,
love hearing the perspective of a pro women's
awesome.
hockey player that has class, understands fashion, knows how to have a good time when you need to have a good time, but is laser focused on the career.
Oh yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. I had so much fun.
Amazing. So, things you got to do is you got to talk to your roommate because I'd like to interview her about everything
Yes.
she's eaten that's strange. So get her to follow
Okay.
me. And your brother,
Perfect.
I would like to interview your brother so we could have a brother sister
Okay.
on the pod.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, he would love that.
All right, amazing. All right, Emily. Well, you have a blast. What time is it in China right now?
10 p.m.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, no.
So you're 12 hours ahead of us.
Yes. Yeah. 12 hours exactly.
I like it. I like it. All
Yeah.
right, Emily. Well, me and you will stay in touch. And by
Yes.
the time you wake up, this will be live.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm
Can't
I'm
wait.
going. There's nothing I have to take out, eh?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Beauties and rock stars. That was Emily, pro athlete, pro hockey girls player in China. Just like my buddy Donald. But yeah, that was a great interview. We had a complete blast talking to Emily. Beauties and rock stars, it's great. Okay. Toronto is lit right now. Me, we went, Junior hooked me up. You need tickets. You want to contact Junior. Okay. The ticket guy in Toronto. I'm talking about baseball tickets. I'm talking about concert. I'm talking about Leafs tickets when they come back up. Junior is your guy. So, beauties and rock stars, you looking to purchase tickets for an event with the family and you don't want to stress about not having your tickets, Junior is always at the events and he always has tickets. Follow him on Instagram at special SPECIALTICKETENT. Special Ticket Entertainment, beauties and rock stars. The go-to place for tickets, the only place I go to purchase my tickets for concerts and sporting events. All right, beauties and rock stars, that was a blast. Thank you for listening. Have a great Tuesday, and we'll see you on Thursday with a new guest.